Welcome, everyone, to famed Sanford Stadium between the hedges in Athens, Georgia, home to the Bulldogs and 90,000 of their closest friends. And a game like this is what makes college football great. Yeah, there's history and tradition, but right here, right now, there is tremendous intensity and bitterness on this field. You can feel it. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the second-ranked team, the Georgia Bulldogs. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. And the Tigers will kick this deep to start us off. And the fair catch signal for and taken. First down here for this offense. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep.
Good tackle.
Nowhere.
Good tackle.
Well, that's exactly what defensive coordinators love to see. You've got a quarterback that typically is known for his ability to cover, and here he shows some physical toughness by sticking his nose in there, and he comes up with a nice play in support.
Offense getting set. It's second down. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Testing the defense with a throw downfield. Tried to go deep there. Good.
It'll be that 8. Come on, nobody name.
And remember the last
It'll
time
be that 8.
These guys dropped the hammer. It got ugly.
And, Chris, don't underestimate the mental anguish that can put on a team. It's important that this defense plays well and tries to get the ball back to their own offense to give them a chance to build their confidence up.
Tough situation for the offense. 3rd and long from their 25. Let's see if the defense brings some heat here. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down.
Got one. Got one early. Got one early. There we go.
Can they catch him?
There we go, Tigers. Is that Joe? Terrell, is that your hand, son? Is that your hand, son?
Could not have written a better script than this. First drive of the game, not only do you come up with a pick, but you spot your offense 6 points right away. I wouldn't be surprised if they tell their offense, just sit back and take it easy, fellas.
I got solid defense on this team, man. I feel like the defense can be solid. I got some linebackers. These tackles really ain't what I like to see personally, but I'm trying to make them do what they do.
And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick-6 last time out here. Stop after a small gain.
The battering dude must have won lead.
Hopefully. The spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw.
Way to knock it down. That little play he like. Oh, get that. He might run it again.
The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Receiver makes the catch. The reception makes about 7 yards, but fourth down coming up here. Quarterback making adjustments down to what the defense is showing. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. It's their first timeout. Fourth down and 2 in their own territory. Coach shows no hesitation. The offense is on the field. On the run, it's Pena. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge fourth down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive?
They don't avoid
And
77.
I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Trucks through the defender.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up
Got a little RB out here.
back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller. Allow him to make that defense think run, maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the first down mark. Well, Kirk, you played in rivalry games. No shortage of inspiration, but how do you manage the emotion of it all?
Well, I think you need great leadership from the team. Sometimes teams don't handle the emotions of it, and the game can get sideways on you. The teams that play the best in rivalry games are the teams that have the best leaders to keep them focused on the task at hand.
The Tigers will come to the line to crank up the tempo. Here we go, fourth down. They'll try to run for it. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
I can really appreciate this offensive coordinator not trying to just do something crazy. You're less than a foot away from the first down line. Just punch it in and pick up a first down. That's what they call here, and it works out perfectly.
Hudson getting set with a 1st and 10 now. And now a carry here for the fullback. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
At the 15-yard line, brings up second down.
The offense going to heavy personnel, bringing out the full house. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Crucial third down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. He goes down quickly, but that's a takeaway for this defense. Important play. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. That last possession, they got stopped on fourth down in their own end. Let's see if they can get it going this time.
Oh, I stopped.
No shot to bring him down. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Chris, a really good job here by this back to be able to find that hole and pick up the yards for this first down. And, boy, Georgia's had some good backs over the years, and this young man is living up to that tradition today.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? A pop pass on the jet sweep. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down. 2nd and 1.
You know, the good thing about this play is it's not an explosive play, but it really gives you a chance now to be able to pick up a first down here on this next play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Gonna run it. It's Pena. And runner brought down, but looks like there's a flag on the field. Let's see what this is about. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Important second down play coming up. Different pre-snap look from the linebackers now. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
That's a great play all around for this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back. Looking to throw for the first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
Powerful running here. Solid run, tackled at the 45-yard line.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. The back's got it. It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. 4th down now. The Bulldogs hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. Here we go on 4th down. Brought down to the 47, and that will move the sticks. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down.
Georgia 0.
The Dogs come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Linebackers moving around trying to confuse the offense. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33.
Really good route here by the receiver, but I love the quarterback's ability to look off that safety and make that throw. And that's part of the quarterback's job here when you play an athlete.
Oh, I got tripped.
They've had some great quarterbacks over the years. Guys like Matthew Stafford and Aaron Murray, and more recently Jake Fromm, and of course Stetson Bennett, who won back-to-back national championships. And what they're seeing today from this quarterback, they got to be very proud of.
About time this offense gets going. It's a 1st and 10. Handoff here from the shotgun.
Yes, sir.
So it's 2nd and 8. And now the handoff. They bring him down after a gain. Looks like they'll spot it inches short of a 1st down.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle at the line of scrimmage.
An important 3rd down conversion coming here in the red zone. And the call is a quarterback sneak.
Good call here by the offensive coordinator. Go with quarterback sneak here on 3rd and inches, and he's going to get the 1st down. It's a great time to catch the defense off guard. Get up to the line of scrimmage quickly, get the lineman down, quarterback under the center, quick snap, and get the yardage you need for the 1st down.
He'll hand it off. They pick up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming up. And the tailback's got it again.
Oh, my God.
Will make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs. So they reach the end zone after a marathon march.
Boy, that could have been a hole right there, but you
I
got it.
know a lot of times people get excited for the big plays. They're fun to watch. But what's impressive to me is an offense that can put together a long drive and then finally cap it off with a touchdown. That way you don't have to always rely on the big plays. That's a great drive.
Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the powerful Crimson offense is back out there. That costly red zone interception the last time out. Let's see if they can recover from that error. They'll hand it off. They'll tackle him right at the 31.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Second down after that previous play. And he's got it again. And the play is good enough.
Got to get somebody 83.
44.
So you're a defensive coordinator trying to stop this offense. Your eyes are in the backfield worried about that quarterback who's going to run it or throw it. You got to worry about the receivers getting downfield and making big plays. And now, oh, by the way, you got a program that has great history at the running back spot. Guys like, think about it, Travis Etienne and C.J. Spiller, the backs they have here now on this roster. Boy, just so many different combinations and ways to attack them.
Second down play coming up. Here's that defense shifting again. They'll run it to the left. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Damn, you seal the edge.
Offense facing third and short, approaching midfield. Can they convert here, or will they face a tough fourth down decision? And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. He's got it for a big gain. Tackled inside the 40, and it's good enough for a first down.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
This comes an offense moving quickly down the field. And here's the handoff. Not much on that play, brought down short.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here comes a handoff. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute warning. Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. They're going to run it. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half. Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Makes a quick catch. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Well, the offense is trying to create some matchups to their advantage. Man, this defense is so athletic. Nowhere to go here after this catch.
Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. He's moving out of the pocket.
Oh, I didn't see him.
Not much on the return, but they create the turnover.
Did not see him.
He can create and improvise. Unfortunately here, he just didn't locate the defender and he throws the interception.
The offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy.
Timeout, Georgia.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. They get him to the ground about the 18-yard line.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
A gain makes it second and medium. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Going to try to use his legs here.
Oh, he didn't even.
Breaking free at the 35. That's a big gain before he goes
Just
out of bounds.
hold it down and win.
He sticks more than enough for a first down.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
They get him down, but he crosses midfield, spot the ball at the 44.
We'll see if the defense stays in zone after that big play, if they can change things up on this drive and get a little bit more aggressive.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Here's the handoff. Finds room at the 30. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
They'll try the right here.
Oh, my.
His way into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Now
Do not have a deep habit. Nobody in there to move to anybody.
14-7. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off and hopes the defense can get a quick stop. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half? Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Boy, a nice drag route here, and I thought the patience by the quarterback was the key. Puts it in front of his receiver, gives him a chance to make the catch, and picks up a little bonus. Nice yards after the catch.
Looking for his big tight end. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
He's going to pull it down and run. Trying to create outside the pocket, but they've got him for a sack. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
Oh, my goodness. That looked to be the defensive back who came flying up there to put the pressure on the quarterback.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a third down play. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. Defense recovers the fumble. Big takeaway. Touchdown, Georgia. A fumble return for 6. That is any defender's dream. Comes up with a fumble, takes it back to the house.
I can't believe the speed that this guy has to be able to score. I thought maybe he picked it up, maybe go a few yards, but instead he took it all the way to the end zone.
So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. So here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. Goes incomplete, broken up.
Young boy.
Nicely that time.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. And that's incomplete. Just 8 seconds remaining now. Offense facing a third and long from the 25. What's the call going to be? Dropping back. Looking to throw for the first down. Looking to scramble now. Breaking free at the 35. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
This is just a great job of understanding situational awareness by this quarterback. Nobody's open downfield, so instead he decides to buy a little bit of time by scrambling, gets out of the pocket, and he gets to the sticks and just gets the first down.
Looking to scramble. On the move here, trying to hit a deep shot. That's the third pick tonight thrown by this QB. And he'll be brought down as time runs out here in the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Dogs will kick this away to start the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And the powerful Crimson offense is back out there. They've got to get things going here. Turnovers on back-to-back possessions. On first down, it's play action. Another pick. Wow, that's the 4th tonight. Takes the pick to the end zone.
Hey, yo.
Touchdown, Dogs. Here comes the point after attempt.
God.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Now they get set to kick it away.
That's it. That's insane.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Caught quickly. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Quick throw to his receiver. And he's got it. Tackle's made quickly, but that's a big gain. Ball moves to the 35-yard line.
Man, another big-time catch by a Clemson wide receiver. How long have you and I been saying that, seems like, over the years? Going back to Sammy Watkins and DeAndre Hopkins and Mike Williams and Hunter Renfrow and T. Higgins, all those guys on to the NFL having great careers, and now watching these players today in that same Clemson uniform making those big plays.
That's a first down for the offense.
Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Looking to throw again. It's caught downfield. They stop him at the 4, but it sets up this offense with a 1st and goal.
What's been all passing all the time on this drive? This guy's 5 for 5, and now they're sitting at 1st and goal.
Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
And the wideout goes in motion. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And it's a touchdown, but there is a marker on the field. So the holding penalty in the offense backs him up 10 yards. Coming up, 2nd down and goal. From the gun, he looks for an open man. He's got it near the end zone. And he can't quite get in. They get him down at the 1-yard line.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
He moves the ball to the 1. 3rd down and goal. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Fighting for the end zone. Now the ball comes loose.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their hat on the ball? They do, and they're able to pounce on it for a big turnover.
And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. They were up double digits at halftime, and they're just continuing to roll, building on the lead here in the second half. It's a 2-yard game. 2nd and 8 coming up.
With the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
They'll feed the back again. You get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
Boy, another nice game by this back. He has had a beautiful day today running the football, just kind of in that zone, and a big reason why they have a nice lead today.
1st down here for this offense. The offense with some pre-snap motion. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Short connection to the tight end here. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Just a really good ball here to be able to pick up this first down for the Georgia offense. And, you know, being able to have a balanced attack, so important in modern college football, and Georgia does that as well as anybody.
This Georgia offense is moving quickly down the field.
Let's go.
They'll test the right side here. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Caught in the backfield. It's Pena. Finally out of bounds after a solid gain, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this out. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Looking to pass here on second down. Running back has it on a screen now. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker.
And the defense is getting pressure on the quarterback. They got a little bit fooled here by the screenplay. Nice positive gain for the offense.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on third and long. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Defense able to stop it. It's fourth down now.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
They've converted one of their two fourth down attempts so far. Looks like we're going to get a third attempt right here. Now with the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Trying to create outside the pocket now. He's got it. That is enough for a first down. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, against this type of quarterback, this defense has got to do a better job of anticipating he's going to be rolling to the outside. Try to keep him in the pocket and get pressure on him. That time he gets outside, breaks contain, and makes an easy throw for the first.
Looking for a gap. It's Pena. Got a lane. Can he get in? Touchdown, Bulldogs. And the route is on.
And it's just a thing of beauty to watch this offense. That's this guy's third touchdown. Give the offensive line a lot of credit. They're getting enough of a push to give him some room to show you what he can do with that space.
And he knocks through the PAT. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football to the 25-yard line. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. They moved the ball into plus territory last time, but it ended in a fumble. They can't do that again, trailing on the scoreboard. And it's incomplete, even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure. Now it's second down here. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end.
Well, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. It's an out route. The catch made. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. The offense with 5 receivers now. Empty backfield. It's a QB run all the way. And the tackle is made as time runs out in the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Georgia 35, Clemson 7.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down. The linebacker shifting around now. And he'll drop back here on third down. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down. Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. And he's throwing for it on fourth down. Fires it to the wideout. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. They've got him, but he easily makes the first down, and this drive keeps going.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. And the Tigers looking to punch it in here. It's first and goal. And he drops back in the gun. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Clemson.
Love this never say die attitude from this quarterback. He's still slinging it out there. This game's out of reach, but this guy's still putting the ball in the air, and this one's a touchdown.
PAT is good. They cut into the lead. It's 35-14.
That makes the score.
Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick.
Clemson 14.
And looks like the hands team are able to recover the football. Georgia offense is back out on the field. This has been a dominant performance so far. Up double digits at the break, building on the lead here in the second half. Breaks the tackle. Now he's got room to run. They'll bring him down, but the spin cycle put on that defender. My goodness.
Good enough for a first down.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And it's picked off in the end zone. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Boy, this defense did exactly what they needed to do. Come up with a turnover here in the second half to get themselves back in the game. They get the interception. Now, can their offense come up with a way to cut into this lead?
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. Moves the ball to the 25. Good enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. No press here. The defense backing away. On first and 10, looking to throw. A sack in the play could not escape the pass rush.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Defense is coming after him. They give the running back a touch in the pass game. Catch made over the middle. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down. So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. And he pulls in the catch. That is a big play, finally brought down at the 44.
Hey, this offense isn't giving up. Yeah, we're in the fourth quarter. You're down big. But who knows? Make a big play. Try to get in the end zone. Maybe get an onside kick.
The Tigers looking to keep this drive rolling. Looking to throw it on first down. Looking for the wideout. Makes the catch downfield. They make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 28.
Now, the offense is taking advantage of the defense kind of sitting back with this lead. That's back-to-back plays of big yards. You know, it's a bend but don't break mentality from this defense, but they might want to reevaluate because this offense is moving the ball too quickly down the field.
First down towards the back is incomplete. It's now second down.
Offense facing a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Lets it fly to the wideout. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up third down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Looking to throw it again. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Tackled at the 2 after the completion. The defense really up against it now. The shotgun handoff here. Oh, and they stop him short. Defense stout here on back-to-back plays. So here we go, third down. Defense needs to stop here, try to force a field goal attempt. But just gives up on the play, throws it away, and now it's fourth down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You've got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a fourth down play, and they will take over on downs now.
What a great job by this defense, really all game long. It's very fitting. Here we are now in the fourth quarter on a fourth down play. They step up yet again. Now you give the ball to your own offense, you work that clock, and you seal victory.
And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one, and an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Loses 1. Brings up second down.
Getting set. Here's second down. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. They stop him, but it's a first down.
I love how they're using the receiver here in motion. With a weapon like this, you just get him the football. Simple throw for the quarterback. He's got all that speed built up. You get him the ball out there in space with a couple blockers, and you get big plays like this right here.
Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. Georgia getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Back's got it again. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Here's the second down play. Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
So it's 3rd and short from the opponent's 28. Let's see what the play call is here. They're already in field goal range, but thinking about the end zone. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. The offense has been pretty efficient. They've made 2 out of 3 fourth down tries so far. They'll try it again here. Ball handed off. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. So they get the first down, and that could be the dagger. This defense needed a stop right there. The offense can begin to think about celebrating.
What a gutsy call here by the head coach to go for this with 4th down with the lead late in the game. Give them all the credit for the execution. This game's not over, but the defense, the only chance they really have now is they got to rip that ball out and try to get a turnover.
Georgia now operating in the red zone. Takes the handoff and tests the left side. And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
That's the mark of a well-coached team. These guys don't even pay attention to the score. They're just out there executing and churning up yards. Good, solid run there. As this clock continues to wind down, this offense has had a great day.
Tackled at the 5-yard line. Now it's 1st and goal right there.
Boy, this offense just seems to get more confident as this football game is played out. They've got a nice lead. Here they are in the 4th quarter, just working that clock, possessing the football, and trying to get out of here with a nice, solid victory.
And the Bulldogs line up with a 1st and goal. Here's a handoff on 1st and goal. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line. Offense facing 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Touchdown, Georgia. To stretch the lead, the route is on. Sam Van Cunningham, Bo Jackson. That's a play that legendary running backs have made.
And let's not forget Herschel Walker. Yeah, it's right. You're thinking of old school running backs. It's very rare to see backs go up and over at the goal line. It's refreshing. Nice to see.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. Kick bounces out of the back to the end zone for a touchback. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. They need a couple miracles here in the final 2 minutes to rescue what's been a very, very rough outing so far. Bringing pressure, and he'll loft this one deep to the left side. Catch made for a big game, but the fans are wondering where was that earlier in this football game. So here we go, off the huge gain they set up now suddenly in the red zone for 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back, running out of time in the pocket. And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues. Not much on the return, but they snuff out the drive with the takeaway.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Handoff to the right side. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down.